Yeah, good first lap for Corey Day here. He comes around to complete his qualification here. As you said, the high side of there, a little bit on the higher side, 14.750, so quicker on lap number 2 for Corey Day. Here's second qualifier out here. This is the 00 out of Lincoln, Nebraska, the MSW Motorsports Ripper Stanton SR11 of Trey Gropp. His first appearance here at the Lawrenceburg Speedway in one of these USAC midgets. Green flag is out for Gropp, and he is set to qualify here. Bouncing a little bit through turns 1 and 2 down the backstretch for his first lap here. Sails it off into turn number 3, kind of hangs out the rear end there. So cool to see those midgets here. Lap number 1, 15.234, lap number 1 for Trey Gropp. And he goes down the backstretch here to complete his qualifications. As he comes off of turn number 4, he sees the checkered flag to complete his second lap here. Quicker, 14.912 for the 00 of Trey Gropp.
Next car out onto the track here is going to be the number 97, Keith Coons Kerbagajanian Motorsports, Toyota TRD JBL and IWX on the side of his Bullet by Spike chassis with a Speedway Toyota underneath the hood. The driver from Lubbock, Texas. He wears number 97 and he's chasing Rookie of the Year points. It is Brennan Crouch. Green flag waves this time by for the young man, Brennan Crouch. He gets way up there in the top stuff, gets a wide roll through turns 1 and 2. He's going to work his way down the back straightaway. Top time, Corey Day of 14.750. Let's see what Crouch's first lap is here at the line. 15.330. So Crouch stays way up top, tries to carry as much speed as he can down the back straightaway. He'll throw it to the top through 3 and 4, almost off the wall there for a moment. Let's see if it helps him or it hurts him. 15.005. He improves, but will stay in the 3rd position.
Yeah, not bad, but he was hanging it out there, wasn't he? All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is one of the cars you want to watch here in qualifying, and watch this car all throughout the evening. He won on night number 1, but if you were here a year ago for USAC Indiana Midget Week, he led a lot of laps battling it out with Kyle Larson, the eventual winner. Green flag for Thomas Meserol, the driver out of San Jose, California, on his qualification run. The RMS Racing EnviroFab Response Management Services Angler Machine Spike Speedway Toyota for Thomas. He loves the high banks here at Lawrenceburg. First lap is a 15.121. 15.121. Fourth fast for Thomas thus far. And sailing off into turn number 3 and come off of 4 to take the checkered flag. And a 14.906 for Thomas, goes up to second quick on the KOI timing and scoring chart. So second fastest for Thomas.
Rolling out on the track now, the driver of the number 15. He hails from Franklin, Indiana for Petrie Motorsports with FK rod ends, Kaiser aluminum wheels, and Mobil 1 on the side of his Bullet by Spike with a Speedway Toyota. Here is Emerson Axsom. We talked about Axsom picking up his first national win about a month ago at Kokomo Speedway. He started that race in the 2nd position. He scored a win, and then he finished 5th the following night. He wants to get night number 3 of Indiana Midget Week off to a good start. Axsom's first lap across the line, a 15.009. Brennan Crouch just in front of him, a 15.005. So that shows just how close the competition is going to be here all night long. Axsom coming down off of turn number 4. Does he improve on lap number 2? Yes, he does. A 14.975. Move Axsom up to the 4th position.
And Tony, we've seen most of the drivers improve on their second lap, so we'll see if that holds true throughout the qualifications here. And here's another driver to keep your eye on, the 2J out of Ione, California, the RMS Racing NOS Energy Drink EnviroFab Response Management Services Spike Speedway Toyota, JG Justin Grant. He takes the green flag. He's set to qualify here. You know, he's doing double duty here. Talked about him in the Kelsey Chevrolet Sprint cars. This young man knows how to wheel just about anything he gets behind the wheel of, and see how he does for qualifications here to complete lap number 1 at a 15.112 for Justin Grant. 6 out of 6 cars here, but as we've seen, most of the other drivers have improved on lap number 2. Let's see if that holds true for Grant. Does look like a little bit better lap for Justin Grant, and it is much quicker for Justin Grant. 14.765, second quick, just a tick off of the quick time by Corey Day. So a good lap for JG Justin Grant.
He told me before the night began he sure does love coming here to Lawrenceburg Speedway. Everyone loves coming to Lawrenceburg Speedway. Jason McDougall Onto the track next, the driver of the number 4 from Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. He drives for Robert Dalby Motorsports, RD Spring and Stamping, Walker Performance Filtration on the side of his spike. It's a Speedway Toyota, spinning those rear Hoosiers as J-Mac, Jason McDougall, kicked off the year with a 10th place finish at Bubba Raceway Park and then a 6th the following night in round number 2. McDougall coming down to see the white flag here on lap number 1, a 15.463, but as Chad said, we've seen everybody lay down their best lap on their second lap here in Fatheads Eyewear qualifying. Great shot right there by Jason McDougall as he jumps and jives down through the back straightaway into turn number 3. Checkered flag at the line, 15.316, so again, he does improve, but he stays in the 7th position.
All right, here goes the 3G of Kyle Cummins. Kyle Cummins, the Glenn Stiers Racing, Oshweekon Speedway, Lucas Oil Center, Spike Stanton, SR11. The 3G of Kyle Cummins. Getting ready to take the green flag here for his qualification laps. Cummins, pretty good wheel man himself. Of course, a lot of his success coming in sprint car competition. We know he knows how to get it done here at a 15.278. Lap number 1 for Cummins. He'll be looking for more speed here on the second lap, 7th of 8 cars thus far in time, but looking for an improvement here on lap number 2. He jumps the cushion just a little bit there. That might hurt him just a tad. And it looks like he did get a little bit quicker, but just a tick at a 15.271. Cummins clocks in 7th of 8 so far.
Next on to the track, it will be our 9th car to take time here at Fatheads Eyewear qualifying. From Muskogee, Oklahoma, she drives for Keith Coons, Kerr Bagajanian Motorsports, JBL, Toyota, TRD, and IWX on the side of her Bullet by Spike with a Speedway Toyota. Here she is, Kaylee Bryson. Kaylee making the shows both nights with us in Ocala, Florida, kick off the 2021 season, but we actually have not seen her since Florida. So it's great to have Kaylee back racing with us here on Indiana Midget Week's 3rd night of competition, the 8th round of the 2021 season. Kaylee's first lap, a 15.438. That car gets a tick away from her on her entry into turn number 1. Can she recover here in 3? She rolls out of 4. She points it straight, gets on the throttle. Does she improve? 15.438. Yes, she does. And she picks up 2 spots. Kaylee Bryson, a 15.230. That's good enough for 7th out of the 9 cars so far.
And here goes Blake Brannon out to try his hand at the 3/8 mile Lawrenceburg Speedway, the Morgan Hill, California native, the Brannon Corporation Western Speed Racing, Lucas Oil Spike Speedway Toyota. He'll be coming off of turn number 4 and awaiting Tim Montgomery's green flag here. First of his 2 laps here at the Berg. And I believe we have a little bit of a transponder issue on the 40 of Brannon. So we're going to go yellow here to see if we can get him another transponder. And
yeah, so what's going to happen here is they're going to stop Brannon, the number 40, just before the start-finish line. That's Matt McCarty rolling up in the USAC side-by-side. And then series director Levi Jones is going to jump out, and they're going to make sure that, A, there is a transponder on that car, and then if it's malfunctioning, they have a backup transponder to ensure that Brannon doesn't get out of order here in the qualifying line, and he's going to get another warm-up lap, and then he will be able to take the green flag here. So this is USAC's version of a mulligan, essentially, making sure Brannon will get an attempt to qualify here.
And Tony, in case there are any new fans that are here in the stands, or maybe new fans that are watching a transponder, basically a little radio receiver that is sending the signal up here to the scoring tower that gives us our times. On Race Monitor, gives us our times on KOI, timing and scoring.
Yeah, exactly. There's a magnetic strip cut and laid down underneath the dirt, and that's where the start-finish line is. Dean Mills was just zooming in, giving us a great shot on the right side of the tail tank. That's where the transponder is mandated. There's a specific requirement how far back it has to be and how high off the ground it has to be. But there's a magnetic strip dug underneath the dirt here, and Brannon with issues. It looks like the car didn't want to refire after the number 40. So they're going to actually take it back, and there's more to the transponder issue than just simply replacing it. So Brannon is going to get out of line. It looks like the 08 of Cannon McIntosh gets ready to roll out onto the track next. This driver looked like he was going to win night number 1 of Indiana Midget Week. That was until Thomas Meserol had a little bit more to say about that. For Dave Mack Motorsports, he's got DriveWFX.com as well as SBS Shocks and DA McIntosh on the side. It's a Spike chassis with a Speedway Toyota underneath the hood. Here is from Bixby, Oklahoma, the 08 of Cannon McIntosh. C-Mac working off of turn number 4. Let's see what lap number 1 looks like here for the young man who finished second on night number 1. Good lap, a 15.209. That's good enough for 7th here. Cannon McIntosh last night at Bloomington Speedway finished 12th, so just outside the top 10. How will night number 3 start for McIntosh? He actually slows down on lap number 2, the first car we've seen do that. So his best lap of 15.209 puts him 7th out of the 10 cars to go so far.
Yeah, Tony, it looked like he struggled off of turn number 2 on that lap number 2. He kind of diamonded a little bit more than I think he wanted to. He kind of had to get off the gas just a little bit, but he'll be strong here tonight. We'll keep our eye on the 08 of McIntosh. Here's the next qualifier. One of those drivers that I said you should keep your eye on. This is Tanner Thorson. Tanner Thorson in the 19T, the Minden, Nevada native. Ryan Bold, Underwood Motorsports, and the electrical, the Healing Tree Spike Stanton SR11 car. Tanner Thorson had some great runs here in a USAC Midget. I know he was heartbroken last year with some engine trouble. See if he can fare better here tonight. Lap number 1 at a 15.238. 15.238 lap number 1 for Thorson, 9th quick thus far. So if he can pick up 2 or 3 tenths, it'll put him right in the mix with the top guys so far. Hey, girl. Checkered flag is out. 15.029. 15.029 for Tanner Thorson, 7th fastest for his qualification thus far.
Rolling out onto the track now, it looks like the number 40 of Blake Brannon. They have figured out whatever the issues were with the timing and scoring device on the tail tank of that car, so Brannon's going to get ready to roll out and take a shot at it. The driver from Morgan Hill, California for Brannon Corporation, Western Speed Racing, and Lucas Oil on the side of his Spike chassis with a Speedway Toyota underneath of the hood. Brannon has seen the green flag. He'll make his way down the back straightaway. Let's watch his run through turns 3 and 4 here. Enters nice and high. Car responds really well. He comes down the hill just a tick early, maybe. Let's see how the lap looks like for Brannon. 16.508. 16.508. First time by for Blake Brannon. Let's see if he tries anything different here in 3 and 4. Goes up just about as high. He keeps the car up there for quite a bit longer. He tries to roll some momentum on the top. Does it help him? 16.508. Yes, it does. 15.990. Improvement for Brannon, but he'll stay in the 12th position.
All right, here comes Chris Windom, next driver to take a time. And we mentioned last year Kyle Larson beating Timez last year, 2 years ago. This is the driver that parked his car in Sinorama Victory Lane here at the Lawrenceburg Speedway. Would have been then his first USAC National Midget win for Chris Windom, the Canton, Illinois native, the CB Industries NOS Energy Drink, PristineAuction.com, KNC Drywall Spike Speedway Toyota car. So Windom has won here in both a midget and a sprint car. First lap time for Windom. Oh, it's a good one. 14.872. 14872 for Windom. 3rd quick on lap number 1. If he can improve on lap number 2 like many of the drivers have, he'll put it to the top here. Not sure about lap number 2. We'll see. 15.002. So he fell off a little bit, but a blistering first lap puts Windom 3rd thus far.
Onto the track next, driving the number 19 AZ for Ryan Bold Underwood Motorsports, AME Electrical, Mesilla Valley Transportation on the side of his Spike with a Stanton SR11X underneath the hood. From Gilbert, Arizona, another Rookie of the Year contender. Here is Hayden Reinbold. Reinbold didn't make the show with us in Florida. He's coming off of a pair of top 20 finishes at the Kokomo Grand Prix, and then night number 1 at Paragon saw him finish 21st in that feature. Kick off Indiana Midget Week. Hayden Reinbold's first lap here. Not a bad one at all. 15.023. Andy's boy out there getting it done here in Fatheads Eyewear qualifying. I think lap number 2 could be a bit better here for Reinbold. He's trying to pick up speed from a 15.023. Yes, it does. It goes a lot quicker. 14.849. 3rd quick here for Hayden Reinbold.
Man, that's a great lap for the rookie Hayden Reinbold. So another rookie taking to the Speedway. This is the 19 of Brian Carber. Lewisberry, Pennsylvania's Brian Carber. Haywood Motorsports, B&H Contractors, Stanton Racing Engines, Bird, FK Spike, Stanton SR11 for rookie Brian Carber taking the green flag. And he's qualifying here at the Lawrenceburg Speedway, night number 3 of USAC Indiana Midget Week. Bouncing a little bit through turns 3 and 4, lap number 1 at a 15.564. 155.64 lap number 1 for Carber, 14th fastest. If he picks it up a little bit here. He sails it off hard into turn number 3. And quicker, 15.401. 15.401, still 14th fastest for Brian Carver.
Rolling out onto the track now, the 2019 Indiana Midget Week champion from Sutter, California, driving the number 25 for Tom Malloy, Trent Shoring, Rodella Specialty Fabrication. It's a King chassis with an Ed Pink Toyota underneath the hood. Here it is, Logan Seavey. Seavey's first lap here underway, and Logan finished 7th last night at Bloomington Speedway, and the night before to kick off Indiana Midget Week, it was a top 5 finish. He drove to a P5 result on night number 1 back on Thursday. Seavey down the front straightaway across the line. Let's see what it does here. 7th quick. It's a 14.958. Sutter, California is where this driver calls home, but right now he's trying to make a living up on the high side. Car just works as good as it can down the front straightaway, and Seavey's gonna get a lot out of it. Good as it can is pretty darn good. 14.838. That is now the 3rd quickest lap time so far.
Well, some drivers mid-pack here in qualifications are putting up some really, really fast laps, and here's another one that I would think would put up a fast lap here. This is KTJ, Kevin Thomas Jr., in the Petrie Motorsports Gray Auto FK Rodden's Reber Racing Competition Bullet by Spike Speedway Toyota. This is the 5 of Kevin Thomas Jr. He's sailing it down the backstretch here on his first lap of qualifications here. And first lap time at a 15.118, 15.118. Podium finisher a night ago. Bloomington for KTJ. Here we go. Turns 3 and 4. And Kevin Thomas Jr. at a 15.130, 15.130. A little bit slower on lap number 2, 17th for Kevin Thomas Jr.
Here comes the number 39 BC, made famous by Brian Clausen, driven to save lives, a cause that mattered so very much to Brian, all over the side of that car. For Clausen Marshall Racing, the driver from Rossville, Indiana, here is Cole Beaudine. Green flag in the air here for CB. He'll see what he can do. He is the 18th car out onto the track here on Lawrenceburg Speedway in Fat Ed's Eyewear qualifying. Cole works his way down the back straightaway. You can see his arms working already halfway down the backstretch to set that car up for its run through 3 and 4. Let's see what Cole's got for him here on lap number 1. Beaudine, 13th quick, a 15.216. Car looks hooked up right there through 1 and 2 as he goes just about as high as anybody else has. 3 and 4 looks just as good down the corner out of the 4th turn down the front straightaway. 15.278, so he loses just a tiny bit, but deadly consistent for Beaudine.
Here's another rookie of Chance Crum, the Beaudine Racing Race Beaudine Foundation Hager Realty Services Spike Speedway Toyota. Driver out of Snohomish, Washington. Chance Crum in the 26. Takes the green flag here. Sails it off into turn number 1, running right near the top side of the racetrack, right where that cushion line is there. Same through turns 3 and 4 as most of the other drivers have been doing. First lap time at a 15.270. 15.270. 19th for Crum on lap number 1. And he comes off at turn number 4, sees the checkered flag, and his qualification run is complete at a 15.221. So just a tick quicker, still 19th of 19 cars to take time.
All the way from Auckland, New Zealand, wearing the number 1 NZ as the New Zealand national champion. He drove from 14th on night number 1 to finish in the 10th position, and then he picked up a heat race victory last night. Here he is, Hayden Williams for BSL Racing, Lucas Oil, Green Bay Autos, and Esslinger Engineering on the side of his Bullet by Spike with an Esslinger underneath the hood. Oh, he gets up in the rough stuff right there on his entry into 1 and 2. Hayden Williams, welcome to Lawrenceburg, Indiana. Lap number 1 underway here. Again, a top 10 finish to kick off Indiana Midget Week. Not a bad night at Paragon Speedway. How about it? How does night number 3 look for him here at Lawrenceburg? Lap number 1 is going to be a 15.510 for Hayden Williams. That's good enough for 19th of the 20 cars who have taken time here so far. Can he improve? A 15.510. First time by, he does improve, and he picks up a spot. 15.372, 18th for Hayden Williams.
Here comes Ethan Mitchell, the Mooresville, North Carolina native in the 19M, the Bundy-built Motorsports QRC Mark IV Walker Filtration Arai Spike Bundy-built Honda-powered car. So Ethan Mitchell. A Honda-powered Midget. Down the backstretch for Mitchell. You can see him really cool, and Tony's mentioned it here. You can see those drivers sawing the wheel there with their hands, elbows moving there. 15.531 for Mitchell. So checkered flag waving for Mitchell at a 15.167. 15.167 for Mitchell. Puts him 12th quick for Ethan Mitchell.
Onto the track next. This driver told me a little while ago he did not have a favorite racetrack until he came to Lawrenceburg Speedway. He says this is his favorite racetrack he has ever competed at. He's your national championship point leader, but tonight all that matters is he's the point leader in Indiana Midget Week standings in the number 67 for Keith Coons with Curbag and Motorsports from Pen Grove, California. Michael Buddy Kofoid, lap number 1. How's it look here for Kofoid? Lap 1 is a 14.787. That's good enough for third for Kofoid. We'll see what he can do here on lap number 2. Can he improve? Third quick, first time by, 14.787. It's going to be consistent, but it does not improve. 14.875. Kofoid, third quick here late in the go.
Here comes the AJ Felker Racing FCS Felker Esslinger car. The driver out of Broken Arrow, Oklahoma, the 37 of Chet Gerke. Chet Gerke getting ready to take the green flag here for AJ Felker Racing. Oh, he has to get off the throttle there in the middle, 1 and 2. That will really hurt his time here on lap number 1 for Gerke. And he's all sorts of sideways there in 3 and 4, so not going to be a good lap for Gerke on lap number 1 at a 16.856. So 16.856 for Gerke, and he'll need to pick it up quite a bit here if he wants to salvage a good qualification run on lap number 2. And 16.481, 23rd quickest for Chet Gerke.
This driver led the field to the green flag in last night's A main event in night number 2 of Indiana Midget Week. He was able to score a very impressive top 5 finish, his highest result in his rookie season here with the NOS Energy Drink National Midgets in the 0-1 from Colby, Kansas. Here is Bryant Wiedemann. Wiedemann driving for Keith Coons, Curbag and Motorsports, Coleman Power Sports on the side, as well as TRD. It's a Bullet by Spike with a Speedway Toyota underneath the hood. And again, Wiedemann shined bright last night on the red clay of Bloomington Speedway. How does he look here tonight? 11th quick, lap number 1 in the 0-1 of 15.026. Wiedemann sends it off high through 3 and 4. He's only got 2 more cars after this, so he's using up every bit he can. Does he improve on lap number 2? Yes, he does, and jumps up 2 spots of 14.930. Wiedemann inside the top 10 here in qualifying.
Here comes the 71K of Dason Pursley, the Locust Grove, Oklahoma driver, the Keith Coons Curbag and Motorsports iBuyPower TRD Curb Bullet by Spike Speedway Toyota of Dason Pursley. Kind of hooks the right rear there coming to the green flag. And Pursley is qualifying here. Good turn 1 and 2 for young man. He fires it down the backstretch. Looks good through 3 and 4 so far. Looks like a pretty good first lap for Pursley. Just a 1 qualifier left at a 15.026. 15026. 12th quick on lap number 1 for Pursley. So if he can pick it up a couple tenths, it'll put him right in the top of the running order. And a 15.022. 15.022. Still 12th quick for Dason Pursley.
Here we go. They call him the quickest chicken. A chicken, typically a non-flight bird. Last night, though, this driver got upside down on lap number 24 of the feature. Here he is, Chase Randall from Waco, Texas, in the number 19A for Reinbold Underwood Motorsports. Bush's Chicken, AME Electrical, and CSI on the side of that Spike chassis with a Stanton SR11X underneath the hood. Randall went for a ride late in last night's A main event, so he's looking to make up for it here in Fatheads Eyewear qualifying. He does a good job, 4th quick, 14.826, the quickest chicken, starting to live up to his nickname here. Rebounding solidly after that flip last night. has a bit of a rough run through turn 4. Does it help him? No, it does not. 14.956, but Randall, with maybe his best qualifying effort of the season, 4th quick here with only 1 car to go, Chad. 27th car getting ready to come out.
Absolutely, this looks like the final car set to take time here. The 3T of Tommy Thompson. Out of 10 Mile, Tennessee, the Tommy Thompson Racing Elite Gerke Chevrolet of Tommy Thompson. A 17.556 for Thompson. And he's coming to the checkered flag here. Complete his qualification run there to 17.045. So 27th for Tommy Thompson. I believe just 1 lap of qualifying there for Thompson after qualifying out of order there.
Yeah, for missing his original spot, he will only get 1 lap. Fatheads Eyewear qualifying has come to a close, and for the second night in a row and the second night out of 3 here in Indiana Midget Week 2021, Corey Day is your Fatheads Eyewear Quick Time Award winner. And thanks to our friends at Fatheads Eyewear, he is $100 richer. Congratulations to Corey Day. There you see the results on your screen at home. Justin Grant, JG, 2nd quick. Michael Buddy Kofoid, your point leader here in Indiana Midget Week, is 3rd. Chase Randall and Logan Seavey complete the Fast 5. And Hayden Reinbold. Man, look at that. 2 cars for Reinbold Underwood Motorsports up inside the top 6. That is the invert. So Hayden Reinbold, being the 6th quickest car, will start they will make that 6-car invert for when we get to our heat races. Chris Windom was 7th. Timez, Thomas Meserol 8th. Trey Gropp and Bryant Wiedemann the top 10. Emerson Axsom was 11th. Brennan Crouch 12th. Dason Pursley 13th. Tanner Thorson and Kevin Thomas Jr. the top 15. Ethan Mitchell 16th. Cannon McIntosh 17th. Cole Beaudine 18th. Chance Crum and Miss Kaylee Bryson the top 20. Rounding up the field in 21st, Kyle Cummins, Jason McDougall in 22nd, Hayden Williams 23rd, Brian Carver 24th, Blake Brannon 25th, Chet Gerke 26th, and Tommy Thompson in the 3T 27th. So now you know how the field qualified. You know who's quick. This gives you just a few more minutes to set your Dirt Draft fantasy lineup. So head over to dirtdraft.com/USAC or open up the mobile app on your phone. Everybody's doing it these days. If you're not playing Dirt Draft, honestly, I feel bad for you. Folks, just want to remind you that NOS Energy Drink is the title sponsor of the USAC Midget National Championship.